Okay. All right. So, are we good? Can everybody see the screen? Okay, great. Appreciate it. So anyway, welcome again to our Summer Swim informational meeting. We've given you a couple of our introductions of who we are. And I just want to kind of go through the Braemar Blasters. So we are a community swim team here for the Braemar community. We are majority of resident swimmers. We do allow in non-residents. However, we like to keep it, like an 80-20 split, heavier on our residents to non-residents. That's something that we are constantly looking at as our registration numbers are coming through. We have all different age groups available, and we're going to get into that. So the first thing is our season and when it starts and what it is. So this is our schedule for our summer swim team. And we, in essence, we have two teams. We have our Micro Blasters team, which is a developmental team, ages 4 to 7. And I would say the best judge for if my kid should be in the micros is whether or not they have, first of all, any swimming ability whatsoever. We like it, if I'm not mistaken, to have them be able to be comfortable. They need to be comfortable in the water. They cannot be swimming with any type of flotation devices at all. And I think we're good on that one for the micros. I know Kristen will chime in if we have any others. And then our Blasters program, that we have varying age groups. So we have our older kids, 15 and up. We have 13, 14, 11, 12, 9, 10, and this is how they are grouped. And then we have our 8 and under. Our 8 and under sometimes consists of 4-year-olds, 5-year-olds, 6 years old. You have to be 4 to be a part of our swim league by June 1st of this year. And that is a Prince William County swim league rule. Anybody younger, we would highly recommend take them to like a local Swim Kids. They offer some great programs and camps there. So, but our 8 and unders, if your child, as an example, has been doing winter swim with us, and they've been in our, what we call our smaller pool, sometimes our warmer pool, pretty much every single one of them at the end of winter swim should and will move up to the 8 and under. Again, they're still developing their skills at the 8 and under and part of the Blasters team. But we're going to be a little bit stricter on separating our Micro Blasters and the 8 and unders. So if you have any questions, please let us know, because we can schedule a time to have you evaluated. If you're new to the team and unsure, you can come join us one Sunday. The coaches will look at your swimmer and decide what's the best. Beyond that, if you have a child who is 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, any of those ages, they would go straight to that age group. And then based on their ability is how they're placed in their lanes. So if you have, a 10-year-old who's kind of new to swimming, they would be placed in a lower lane than some of our 10-year-olds who are swimming more competitively. So what you have before you is our practice schedule. So we start the day after Memorial Day, and we go until the 28th of July, which is a Sunday. That day we have our awards event, and every one of our swimmer gets a medal, and we do some other awards and some fun giveaways during it. And it's a nice way for us to recap our season. So while school is in session, we do have alternating pool locations, as you can see. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we're at Iona. Tuesday, Thursday, we're at Rob Roy. And we've broken it down by times, so you can see what the times are. There are a few dates that we won't have practice. We've listed a few of them here due to graduation, last day of school. Traditionally, our pool is at capacity on like the last day of school. So it's just easier really overall for the entire community. And then once school is out, our summer morning practices begin. as do our micro blasters. So our micro blasters starts when school gets out. The blasters start prior to them. And this summer, one large change for us is that all of our morning practices are going to be at one pool location, and that's Iona Sound Pool. And you can see the times on the slide to the right. They start at 7 a.m. and it goes till 11 a.m. So this particular pool location will not open to the community until 11:30. So all of our blasters will be there. If you need a grandparent to take them to practice, a nanny or a friend or whoever, they can bring them to practice. They don't need a pass to get on the pool deck. They can watch them practice. Everybody will leave the pool deck right after 11 a.m. and then the pool will open at 11:30 to the community for regular swimming. So the only kids in the pools during those times will be our swimmer kids during their particular practice time. We also offer evening sessions on Tuesdays and Thursdays. We offer what we call stroke clinics. So this can get confusing to some. It is a practice. There will be a focus on one particular stroke during that time. So the coaches may decide to focus on freestyle one week, backstroke the next, then fly, maybe starts and turns, breaststroke. So they switch it up. So it's still a practice. It's just more focused on one stroke itself. And I will let you know too, we get a lot of questions all the time about, well, my family's going to travel and we already have trips planned and vacations, and that's perfectly fine. Like, go enjoy your summer, enjoy this time that you have. If you're not there, that's fine. Obviously you can let the coaches know. If you're participating in our swim meets, we actually have a way for you to tell us in advance that you're not going. All of that information is something we go over in our parent meeting when our swimmers are registered. So that'll come later in the summer. But so this is kind of the basic layout. The micro blasters, this is our, probably I would say just the second change to the schedule. We've been working very diligently with our recreation committee and our homeowners association board on a schedule that will work well for everybody, for the community, for our swim team. And I think we've done a really great job and we're excited about it. The one change though is that our micro blasters program will only be offered in the evenings this year. Historically, apparently before I came onto the team, it was only in the evenings. Then it kind of switched to mid-morning. Then last year we did mid-morning plus evening. And so this year we're going to see how this works. So our micro blasters practice will be from 6 to 7 on Tuesdays and Thursdays. They will be alternating pool locations. So I know that's a lot. All of this information is available and posted on our website, which I'll show you all at the end. So that's our schedule. Our swim team, we do have our meets set in place. We're very excited. We're part of the red division. We are 5th overall in the entire Prince William Swim League, which I think there's like 25 to 30 teams total.
24.
Okay, that's close. So we are 5th overall, which is super exciting. We've done great the past couple of years, and we are definitely closing that gap between 4th and 5th. So I think this year is going to be real fun for us. But our summer swim meet schedule begins June 8th. If you're unsure, you want to join the team and you're unsure if you want to do meets and you're not sure, the only thing that I will ask of you as your president is that you please try to attend the June 8th time trials. This is kind of a pseudo meet where we run it just like a regular meet at our home pool, and it's just our team. And it's a really great way to ease into it if you're new, to kind of learn the ropes. And it's fun, and there's great food because our concessions are working then too. So I really encourage you to focus on that. That being said, we also know spring sports have become spring into early June sports. So we know, I mean, I have a daughter who's heavily involved in soccer, and I know she usually can't make time trials because of her commitment there. That's okay too if you can't. It's not a problem. But this is our schedule. So we have 3 home meets, we have 3 away meets, and then we have 1 divisional, which is against 2 other teams. And that is our very last event that we have on July 27th, which is a Saturday. July 28th, which is a Sunday, would be our awards event. And the Micro Blasters themselves, they will have their own small mini meet, tentatively scheduled right now for July 25th. Though I will say we do try to find another team to have them swim against. And so our coach, Aaron, will be looking into those options for us. And so this date might change because location could change, but we will keep everybody posted. On here, Blaster Mania is just a fun event for family. It's held during our practice times in the morning. We encourage any alumni to come back, any current family. We do parent relays. The parents get to be on the kids' teams. It's just a lot of fun. And we'll be sharing more about that. But this is a very special year for us because it is our 25th anniversary, as you can see as well. So, all right, I'm gonna slide past this. Okay, so a couple of housekeeping items, just because this is just a general information session for you all. Registration is open right now for any resident that is interested in joining our team, regardless if you've been a member before or not. It is open to you currently. It is also open to returning members. So that means if you were part of our winter swim program as well, last year I think it was. Is that right, Kristen? Yeah. Okay. So if you were a part of our winter swim program last year,
correct,
you are able to come now also as a returning member. So that includes any of our non-residents. If you have been a member of our team for winter swim last year or summer swim last year, you are able to register currently. On March 24th at 8 p.m., it will open for any new non-residents that are interested. So what are our fees? Our Blasters fee for anybody in the 8 and under and up, the season fees are $195. And oh my God, what a bargain. Your $195 includes the entire summer of swim, Monday through Friday, Tuesday, Thursday evenings, our meets. It also includes a team suit, a team t-shirt, and cap. So we are really excited. This is such a great value. I mean, parents, I know sometimes we get stuck in the cost of things for our kids. I can tell you, it like averages out to like $4 a day that you're there, and it doesn't even cover all the costs that we have. So great for your kids to really get involved in this community program. Our Micro Blasters fee for the season is $125. The Micro Blasters, it is for all of their practices, and they will receive a team t-shirt as well with theirs. It is not required for them to have a team suit, but you are more than welcome to go and get one if you'd like at the store. Let's see. I've given you the update, the main updates from our HOA and rep committee earlier. Volunteering. So volunteer position is something that is absolutely mandatory to be a member of the Blasters. We cannot physically run these meets without our amazing volunteers. A huge shout out to all of our returning members that are coming back, leading the charge in some of these committee areas. We really appreciate it because we cannot do it without you. So when you register, you are expected to select a volunteer position. That being said, Micro Blasters do not need to choose a volunteer position because we will have you volunteer at their meet only. If you have a swimmer on Micro and on the regular team, you need to volunteer on the regular team. The volunteer positions, the majority of them are available for, they're on site. They're always on a day when we have a swim meet, be it if it's at home or if it's away. For example, our concessions team is just as an example, and I'm pretty sure they're full, but concessions team handles all the concession sales at our home meets. So they're there setting up, they're selling, they're cleaning up, they're doing all of that. Okay. We are in We are in need, if you are new, in one particular area, two areas. I think we are in need of some assistance in our clerk of course areas, which is really where our kids gather. And it's just making sure that they're all there and ready to be lined up to go and swim their races. It's a great way to know the kids and to be around your kids. The other area we're looking for is anybody interested in learning a little bit more about the sport and becoming a stroke and turn judge, I guess is what we call them. And so that is more of just it's a uniformed position and it's right at the water and you're there and you're just making sure that the kids are swimming appropriately. There is complete training for it. I've been through it. And it's something that I plan to do in the future. So there's online training for it. We also have a wealth of older members who have done it before that are there that you shadow. So we're not just going to throw you out there to figure it out on your own. We're really going to help you do that. So those are some examples of areas that we could really use some assistance. That being said, the question we get the most often, oh my gosh, but if I'm volunteering and I'm this, then, and I'm doing scoring and I'm sitting in the really nice air condition all summer, I'm going to miss my kid's swim. No, you will never miss your child's swim. We will make sure that you are aware and you go and you watch your child swim and then you just come right back to your role. So we just want to make that very clear. We have a few roles that are available for people who really don't intend to do any of our meets, but they are sparse. One, for example, would be our sponsorship committee. We do need people to seek sponsors and to follow up and to make sure that we collect the money and to make sure we're getting everything that we need from them to fulfill their agreement with us. So that would be one example of a volunteer position that you could select if you weren't going to be there on site. Our pep rallies and our banquet is probably another one where, the pep rallies are there's three pep rallies before three home meets. It's on a Friday night. Again, that's another area that might work for some. So anyway, so take a look and I'll show you on our website where you can find details about all of the job descriptions, so to speak. Merchandise, we do have some pre-ordering available. Again, when you register, if you register, you will receive on Sunday night a welcome email with a ton of links. Right now, we've opened pre-ordering for specific items that are not going to be available on our team store at Athletes Mark later in the spring. So the team t-shirt is a great example. Parents, if you want your own team t-shirt, and it's so cool this year, so I highly recommend it. If you want a team t-shirt, or if any of the ladies want some really great tank tops with one of our newer designs, now will be the time to pre-order it. And we'll make sure all the links are posted and shared. Lastly, when it comes to our team and our suits, I mentioned it was included in the cost. The only thing you all have to do is take your swimmer to get fitted for their suit. And that even if you don't plan to do any meets, that's fine. It's up to you, but we don't offer refunds for this. We don't anything like that. So you've gotten it. Please go and get sides so we can get you your suit. All of our swimsuit try-ons take place at Central Park Aquatic Center in the Riptide shop, but it is only during their open hours. And so right now they're open Tuesday through Friday, 3 to 7. Saturday, 9 to 12 is what is posted on their door of the shop. If anything changes and they give us a date on a Sunday when we're already there, I will certainly let everybody know. All right, let's see. Just excited to announce that we'll welcome back our coaching staff from past seasons, Coach Chris, Coach Sam, Coach Lauren, and Coach Aaron. And we have some amazing swimmer coaches for the season. It's so nice each year when we see a new crop of students come in that want to give back because of the coaches they've had. And we are so excited for this year. It's going to be a really great year. And we went over the two programs that we have. I will say this, parents must remain on the premises for the duration of practice. Unless you have a 13 and up, our rules with our HOA is that a 13-year-old can go to the pool on their own. So if you have a 13-year-old and up and you want to drop them for practice and come back and get them later, or, they're biking to or from, that's totally fine. But any 12 and younger, we really require somebody to be on premises for the duration of practice. What do you really need for swim season? What the kids need, obviously, is swimsuits since they're practicing all day, goggles, and a good towel. And beyond that, obviously, the swim meets, there's some needs as far as, whether or not you want to chairs for sure, whether or not you need your own tent. We have lots of families that are there that bring tents, and we're just kind of roaming. So it's one of those things where we kind of feel it as we go, but happy to welcome any families. Any more questions on that, we are happy to let you know. Something that we implemented several years ago is our texting feature. And I can't remember if we were going to look into just making sure we could add all of your numbers into the texting feature, but you all can do this yourself in your account. And we encourage you to do so because that is the quickest and easiest way for us to get in touch. Last year with the Canadian wildfires, we had the terrible air pollution and the air quality index, and we had to make some really last minute calls based on the county health department and guidelines. We look to the Prince William County Health. We look to our schools and what our schools are doing, whether or not they're open or closed, and then we make a call based on that. So it's really important that we do have your number and that we're able to text just in case of any pool closures. That also includes anything for thunder and lightning delays. We swim in the rain unless we cannot see the bottom of the pool. So it needs to be a torrential downpour for us to not swim in the rain. So that's that. We have Spirit Nights and sponsorships. Our team relies heavily on fundraising efforts throughout our season to bring in additional income. We use our income for equipment, coaching, awards, and more. 2 years ago, there was a terrible storm. I was out of town, but it happened. We lost 2 of our largest tents, and we're talking over $1,000 worth of damage, and certainly something we didn't plan for. We don't really make money in our summer season at all. So these Spirit Nights are really important to our team. So we do schedule them on Monday night, every Monday night during the season. So just plan ahead for that. And then we have some pop-up ones that we'll bring in on a weeknight. We're working on some extra food trucks this year to actually come to us while we're there for evening practices. So that's just a heads up. And we cannot do this without our sponsors. The sponsors listed that you see here are our sponsors for this current year. But we do have openings already for next year. So I just ask if you know of any small business or any local business that you frequent quite often in the area and you'd like to let us know a good contact, we're happy to reach out to them, or you can. But we have different levels and we'd really love to be able to partner with them. So beyond that, I want to show you one other thing while I'm screen sharing in a second here, but I want to keep this up for a moment for anybody. These are our email addresses. Any swim related questions that you have should be addressed to Bridget here at secretary@braemarblasters.com. She will always make sure that it gets to the right person or respond in a timely fashion. Obviously, our website, braemarblasters.com. And then we have some Facebook pages that I'll show as well. Let me just move this out of the way for 1 second. Okay, let's see. Okay, can everybody see that? Okay, so this is our website. And what I want to show you when you get here, if you have any questions at all about anything we talked about tonight, everything is right here for you. If you navigate to the middle of the screen, you'll see 2024 Summer Swim. It's actually located here and details out registration. And this gives you an, yeah.
We're not on the site.
Yeah, we're on your, we still see your slideshow. You got to stop screen share and restart screen share.
Oh, okay. Wow, I just learned something entirely new about Zoom. Okay, thank you. All right, we'll try this.
Sorry, you said, can we see it? And I thought you meant the PowerPoint.
Oh, that's funny. Okay, can you see the website? Oh,
yes.
Yay. Okay, thank you. Oh, that's awesome. I had no idea. Okay, so let me go back really quickly. So this is our website, braemarblasters.com. If you scroll to the middle of the page here, you will see everything that we talked about tonight. So any questions that you have will be located here. We have our summer swim FAQs, our schedule. This is our parent handbook, which goes into way more detail. And then obviously our code of conduct. But our swimmer FAQs, you can see it's 5 pages long. We've tried to answer every question that we've ever received. It's in here. So please, I encourage you to look through that. And then, oh, actually, I should show you as well. Also on this page, there are some videos here. In case you're wondering, how do I register for swim? Or how do I update? The one area we definitely need you to update besides the texting is your child's shirt size. And I'll admit I registered and I haven't done that yet. So I need to go in and do it myself. It has to be in by a particular date, which you'll see in your email. And if it's not, the shirt's going to be ordered in whatever size is listed. And we cannot exchange it out for any reason. We're very specific with our numbers, with our print shop for our shirts. So there's a video here on how to do that as well. Back on the home page again, right in this same area, this is our summer swim button, which talks about registration. You can see real-time data for all of our age groups. So like our 13, 14 age group has 2 open spaces. Now, if for any chance you see that it's closed, we highly encourage you to get on the wait list because we can definitely add people in. So don't shy away if for some reason it says nothing's available, right? Our 8 and under is a very popular group and it shows right now, right, 1 space available. Please go ahead and put yourself on the wait list. We have traditionally been able to get everybody on the wait list in to the age group. Okay. So you can see where we're at. So yes, here's the wait list option here. Okay. So this is all on our homepage right in the middle. This is our area for volunteer sign up. And I think you have to click here. No, sorry.
You have to click on job sign up.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
So this is our job sign up. In our handbook, it details out all of the different position and descriptions, excuse me, and all of that. And so you'll see here, you know, what we have and what is available. And I will say we do have a couple of head ones open. We are happy to answer any questions you have at all about any of this. So if you have a particular question, please don't hesitate to let us know. That's what we're here for. Oh, wow. Like a lot of this filled up. This is exciting. So, yeah. So anyway, so we're happy to help, but this is the area that you would go to sign up there. And that's in the account area. And then our merchandise, I don't think there's, yeah. Merchandise, this is the pre-order form that I was talking about earlier for merchandise. But we're very excited. If you all can see, this is our new team shirt for this year. And a special thanks to Mr. Mason. He has a swimmer, I think she's 11, 12. Yes, on our team. And we were able to get, because it's our 25 years, we've incorporated all of the logos from our past 25 years. So we're really excited about this shirt. This one is only going to be available for pre-order. Okay, so it'll be very important for you to do that. Now, and we do offer it in dry wicking, but you can see some other options that are also available. Car magnets, we have lanyards, and we are working on getting some new gibbets, croc charms, whatever you would like to call those. So let's see. Okay, the other thing I want to show you is, let's see if I can move this down here. I'm trying to find my, okay, can you all see that? So what I wanted to show you all was that we have 2 sites on Facebook. Oh, sorry. I don't even know. Oh my gosh.
We just see you on the website still.
Oh, you do?
Did you click on your Facebook tab?
Well, yes, because I thought I had it saved. I thought I opened it up. Okay, hold on. Can you see this? Wonderful. Okay, so then this site here, when you see this B in red, Braemar Blasters Swimming, this is our public Facebook page. If you haven't liked it, please go and like it now. Even if you're not part of the team, if you're part of the team, this is our public site. So anytime we have any information about upcoming registrations for winter, summer, if you're joining us now or you think you might in the future, we will post it here to this page. And then likewise, we also have Braemar Blasters Swim Team. This is our private group. The only people that we will let in are people who are registered for summer swim and or winter swim. And there are 3 or 4 questions that must be answered. If you don't answer them, we will not let you in. But please also give us a little bit of time, because this is one of those times where we start going through and double checking who's joined, who isn't back yet. Like, so this is kind of our transition period. Typically by June 1st though, which is when registration ends entirely, we will make sure that everybody is in on the right groups and where they need to be. Okay, so I'm gonna stop my share. Okay, so I'd like to open it up. If anybody has any questions, we are happy to take those from you. I think there was a little bit in the chat room going on.
Yeah, I think we answered them all, but happy to address questions if they weren't answered.
Oh, okay, great. So yeah, one of our questions is about micros participating during any of the regular meet schedules, or is it just that one event at the end? And micros do not participate in the regular swim meets. They can participate in other events, any of our events, social events, pep rallies, awards, Blaster Mania, all of that. We totally encourage them to do that, but the micros do only have their one little mini micro meet. Yes, awards are always able to be picked up if you can't attend the end. However, here's what I'll say. We have a cutoff date for picking up those awards. We don't keep them for the year. Number one, if you know that you're going to be out of town in advance, can you email secretary? We can work on, we potentially already have that medal in at that point, that we can work on getting that to you even before the end of the season, okay? And secondly, I will say the last and ultimate deadline date to pick it up would be, for example, at Braemar Day in September. We have a booth there traditionally every year. But yes, there will be times to pick those up for sure. And let's see. Okay, well, does anybody else have any questions? Now's your time. No questions, bad question.
I have one question. I know you've mentioned it a couple times that kids can choose whether they participate in the meet or not. Did I understand that, or how does that?
Yeah, so we and I should say kids shouldn't, I mean, obviously as parents, we're the ones deciding if we're doing it. Yeah, so at the beginning of our season, we have what we call declarations, like you declare. So all of our events are posted on our, I think they're already there now, actually. No, they're not yet.
They are, but they're not set up to declare yet.
Right, okay. So, and we usually post a video, but what happens is before the season starts, all of our meets will be posted and you'll have to declare. So if you already know, for example, you're not going to be available on, you know, June 15th for the first official meet that we're doing against Piedmont, you would go in and you would declare no, because you're not going to attend. What that does for us, and we have deadlines for declaring and everything. What that does for us is that tells us and the coaches, okay, they're not going to be here, so I can, you know, we have to move people, you know, move people around. Sometimes they're part of like a relay group. We are allowed a certain number of what they call splashes in the league, which is swimmer entries for our meets. So the way that we ask you to declare, telling us if you're going or not, is what helps us place all of the swimmers so that we know if you're there or not. Does that make sense? I think that was Francesca.
Yes, and I'm sure it will later down the line.
Yeah, and we like I said, we will have another larger parent meeting where we actually go over it, and I actually do one while we're on the call. later in the May timeframe, and we always post videos too. A question came in, if my daughter will not join the meet, then do I need to register to volunteer? Yes, everybody has to volunteer. It is mandatory. So some of the positions, like I mentioned before, and you'd have to read them all in the handbook to kind of see which ones. Sponsorship is like a really great area that I will say is more of that kind of virtual volunteer role. It starts now, really. Our team is already actively seeking sponsorships. So it runs now, basically kind of through our season. But all of the work for it can be done remotely on your own time from your own home. I can't think of any others off the top of my head at the moment.
No, it's just things such as the like award ceremony, pep rally, social committee. Even sometimes our merchandise team can be you'd be able to do if you don't attend meets. I will note that all the non-meet positions are full at this time.
Okay.
So you know, should that be a issue, you'll have to email us and we will see what we can do.
Yeah. Oh. Great. Let's have a question like that. Does anybody else have any other questions? I think so. Okay. Could you please show us the remote volunteer positions? So again, you'd have to, I think the only one that's available currently is sponsorship. No, it's full. Oh, wow. Okay. So it looks like all of our non-meet positions are currently full. So if you would send an email to, send that particular email to admin@braemarblasters.com. Once you've registered, and let them know that you are looking for a position that is a non-meet position. The board will meet, we'll look at everything and then try to see what we can do. And then, yes, thank you, Kristen. Put our email in there. Again, registration is open, so we encourage you to register. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to send them our way. We look forward to meeting you all and seeing you hopefully this summer. But again, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to us. We really look forward to meeting you all. So thank you for taking the time. Have a great night, everybody.